Hi everyone, welcome to Bilko and Brenny podcast number 7. I'm Bilko.
I'm Brenny.
And 7, the magnificent 7.
I know, the magnificent 7, huh?
Aye.
Who'd have thought, Bilko?
I know.
Many weeks we've been doing it.
I know, it's been, mate, I was looking last night, we're just coming up for 2 months on Friday. So, we're doing no bad.
It's no bad considering we're holding doing full-time job still.
Aye, tell me about it, mate. This has been a bit of a wing and a prayer tonight, innit? I've not seen you for a while since the last one, so...
Well, it's been, but that's the way it is. I mean, this is my first day off after 6 days on. So, it's quite hard work catching up, you know? It's quite hard work organising things.
Just as well we're filming it tonight then, as opposed to tomorrow night.
Indeed, aye.
So, big man, we're going to kick on then. We're going to Burning Sky tonight, which is kind of cool because obviously we get the glasses for Dom a while ago and it says Burning Sky on it. It's burningskybeer.com. Tells you all about the brewery there. It's got a really good reputation. We're going to kick off with, now my French isn't great, mate, as you know, but it's Saison Été, which is a limited seasonal beer. It's been brewed with fresh elderflowers picked from hedgerows in the countryside around the brewery. It was then aged on whole gooseberries, which combined with our house saison yeast, gives us a tart, thirst-quenching taste, perfect for the summer. 4.2%, and it's a nice 400.
Bilko, you've got a beard on that. The Bilko's that's up.
So I have, mate. Oh, I'm back. Right. I think we'll just carry on, mate. Eh?
Aye, cool.
Wouldn't
just letting you know, just in case we were recording the poll.
Aye. So
where are they from? They've been Sussex, innit? Eastbourne, close to Eastbourne. I think it's a wee town called Firle. Firle. So.
Yep. And I think it's there's a West Firle and there's an East Firle, I think. So you know
I think they're from Firle.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. But East and West, there's an East Firle and it doesn't sound as if you'd have an East and a West Firle. And it's actually on a farm as well.
Aye, I think they are a farmland brewer.
Brilliant.
So there we are.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
Tell you something, I like the smell of this one. Oh, smells superb.
An elderflower,
Aye.
Gooseberries.
Aye, that is refreshing, man. It's really, really crisp, really, really light, that one.
I think it's got the tartness as well, for what you're expecting for a saison. You know, it's got that saison yeast, is it?
Aye, saison yeast. I'm assuming that's some sort of, it's a yeast, obviously. But it's really, it is, man. I can totally take. I mean, I'm not up to my gooseberry. I can't remember the last time I tasted a gooseberry, but they were a wee bit sour, if my memory serves me. I can remember picking gooseberries when I was away. You can definitely get that. Elderflower can definitely get that, certainly in the smell. But the taste is really, it doesn't linger.
The initial tartness is settling down. It's a very, it does, it's got That's nice.
I'm surprised. I must admit, when I seen the description, I was a bit unsure about it. I like the fact that the taste, it doesn't linger, does it? It's just, it hits you, then it's actually very, very easy to drink that, isn't it?
It is.
What was the percentage in that?
4.2, I think that was.
Aye, 4.2. So we're it's good to know we're not getting in with the big hitters.
What do you mean? Those big hitters?
Mate, that big hitter last week, man, I was getting all sorts of pelters. Oh, that's lovely. I'm actually delighted. I think that is exactly, the description hits that on the nail on the head. Sorry, it's perfect for the summer, perfect for a warm day, that one.
Well, that's quite muggy today. Told you, see, every day I'm off, my first day off, bit of sunshine. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple of showers, but a bit of sunshine, you know what I mean?
I know,
Told you.
I'm surprised I wasn't pushing down the night, mate. Obviously, with the podcast, obviously that's you, the rain dance.
I know. Aye. I'm usually working when it's pushing down.
I mean, it's someday, I must admit, at Elderberry, I mean, I think I bought Elderberry cordial once. I don't know why. I think it was by accident, but it's a really, that's just a really nice light beer. A nice beer garden beer. and I can kind of taste the countryside, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the picked from hedgerows. Not quite a privet hedgerow, I wouldn't imagine, but still, it's definitely got a taste of the countryside.
So, I mean, I don't know about you, man. I'm ready to crack on with the scores on that.
Aye, definitely.
Would I buy that again? Do you know someone actually would buy that again? I think if I was wanting 4 cans, maybe, as you say, sitting out in the garden, whatever, after you'd mowed the lawn, that would go down very nicely. So definitely buy it again. Sesh. I probably would sesh it purely because of the strength of it and the refreshing aspect of it. So it'd be capable of sessioning it. Score-wise, now again, obviously, with just the previous beers that we've had, I think it's quite hard to score that one because I think, well, we've got our certain favourites. I like my kind of sours. I also like my kind of, my kind of old school ones as well. So I don't think it's as strong as some of the other beers we've had, but it is a good beer. And I'm going to give it going to start reasonably high tonight, mate. I'm going to give it a 7.75 out of 10.
Nice one. It's a bit floral for me. The actual elderflower seems to overpower it for me. I don't really get too much of the fruitiness of the berries. So it's no ideal for my taste. Would I buy it again? Aye. I wouldn't say no to it. I wouldn't say no to it at all. No chance I could session that. I think one a night and then move on to something else, which we're doing tonight anyway, will be my cup of tea. I like it. I do like it. I don't want to slag it off because it's got a real... I would love to be sitting in the sun drinking it. I'd love to be in a brewery sitting in the sun drinking it, to be quite honest with you, because I think you get the whole lowdown of how much he's went into it. But it's a nice beer. Score-wise, I'm not going to be as generous as you, but I don't think that's going to come as any surprise to you because this isn't the sort of sour tartness isn't really my favourite taste. Would I session it? No. Would I buy it again? Yes. And a score, I'm going to give it a 6.75, Billy.
No worries, mate.
Right, so
still a reasonable score, a lot better than that one we started with last week, but no, it's like a good beer, man. I'll give you a wee cheers on that, mate, if that's all right.
That's indeed. Here's to Burning Sky.
Burning Sky, cheers. So, mate, can I just touch on, obviously we're sitting on 98 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's liked and subscribed already. And we don't want to go down the road of begging for likes and begging for subscribers and all that. We just want you to watch it if you're enjoying it. But if you know anybody you think you would like it, get it up to, if you can get it up to 100, obviously you've got a chance of winning the prize, the mystery prize. It's definitely worth winning. So thanks very much for the support, guys, and keep the feedback going. As much appreciated, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, big time. Obviously, we're just doing it. It's something we like to do, but we are getting good feedback from friends and other folk who we don't actually know. So it's obviously something that folk want to see and do. And if you know other folk who are into reviewing beers or even just drinking beer, just give them a shout, let them know. And if we get up to 100 subscribers, we'll do the wee raffle for every subscriber, and we'll see who gets the prize. So beer number 2 of the evening from Burning Sky is out of vogue, a West Coast Pale. Now, Out of Vogue is a classic West Coast style pale ale, balanced malt body from Maris Otter Pale and a small portion of crystal malts, assertive bitterness with floral and pine resin aromas. I like my West Coast pales. San Diego and that, you know what I mean? What a day in the beer that was. Absolutely. My favourite in San Diego was one called Green Flash. I've never been able to get it since, honestly.
Wow.
Green Flash Pale Ale. It was tremendous.
What were you doing over in San Diego, mate? Just a wee holiday?
Aye, it's one of my trips, you know. One of my trips. I had a wee, my 40th. Well,
that smells good, doesn't it? Cheers, big man.
Cheers, my man.
That smells really good.
Oh, aye. Oh, aye.
Oh. I was a wee bit nervous when I seen the word pale in this description, but that is that is really good. I like that, mate.
I like the assertive bitterness with floral and pine, because that is exactly what you're getting. There is that sort of just bitter taste, but then it florals out. Oh, it's lovely. That's absolutely lovely.
That is good. I'm just looking there. The percentage on that's 5.9. I'm surprised it's as high as that. Again, it's massive.
That's the style. That's the West Coast style.
Right.
California, sort of that whole region's got this high sort of strength beer, but not the dipper, not the whole dipper thing. Like their IPAs or pale ales, etc., are set at like between 5% and 6%, and that's happening. I mean, Green Flash, I was telling you about the West Coast Pale. Oh, I was in heaven everywhere in California. I felt it. When I came back to Glasgow, I was like raging, absolutely raging. I couldn't get it.
So what was it like? What was the Green Flash? What style was that? Do you remember?
The Green Flash?
Aye.
I'm pretty sure Green Flash was a pale ale.
Was it right? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was. If it was it was an IPA. I can't remember. Wasn't it? See, at the end of the day, Indian pale ale.
Aye. No, I'm liking this.
What else for me? Obviously, no for brewers, because there's obviously a. But that is, I mean, the malt body of it, as they're saying, is. I mean, that's.
See, obviously, it has a kind of mixture of the pale ale for me normally, as you know, I find it quite, dare I say it, tasteless sometimes. But the IPA I like because obviously the citric, but that's kind of right bang in the middle, man. That's a really balanced beer, isn't it? It's stunning. I've just noticed.
I mean, that's one thing you can't say. It's got plenty of taste.
I know. Aye, exactly. I seen the word pale, and I thought, right, this is going to be. I'm not going to like it basically. But no, that's class. I'm just looking at the can as well. I actually really like the can. It's almost like a manga type thing in it.
Manga.
It's quite good, the can actually.
Will that be going up on your display in the back here?
Aye, mate.
That's nice. I like that.
I was getting a bit.
You should have just went straight onto the wall with it.
Mate, I tried. I was Fiona was giving us a bit of a hard time because obviously I'd washed the cans out, but I had them in the dining room in the bloody cupboard, and we had them all in there. So I had to get rid of the cans, and the bins is only getting taken once a month now for us, the recycling. So we had to get the cans in the bin yesterday when that get taken away. Embarrassingly, my bin was nearly full. And I tried to get it on the wall. She's like, nah,
that's a surprise, Bilko.
Mate. The thing is, man, the next door neighbours, his Coco, it's unlikely to be watching this Coco, man. Yeah, his was overflowing with empty bucky bottles, man. Couldn't believe it. But sorry, mate, this is quite a high standard, actually. I'm well impressed with this brewery so far.
I'm loving that.
Do you know what I liked as well, mate? See the first beer, we get a nice wee catch up off camera there. It was a nice, enjoyable kind of beer, if you know what I mean. And this as well.
Aye. The first beer was lovely. I mean, there's no two ways. I scored it quite low for me, but I think that was more just down to my taste. I'm not a big elderflower. I'm no the tap. That's not my style of beer that I like. But that's what it's all about. It's about letting folk know that one, that there is other beers out there and whatever. It's just you like what you like.
Absolutely.
So we'll go for a score on it. See, you scored the last one first.
Yeah.
Would I buy it again? That's a definite. That's an absolute definite. I'd buy that again. Would I session it? 5.9. Oof. I would like to think I could. I'd definitely go. I'd have more than one in a pub that was selling it. Because I'm just looking at it. They're saying they do it in key kegs and 440ml cans. The 440ml can we've got tonight. A draft anywhere. I think I would give it a go.
Aye, yeah.
So, and a scoring wise, I'm going to give it 7.75, which is
good
you know,
scoring. So that's good, actually. Good scoring, mate. Would I buy that again? I clearly would definitely buy that again. I can think of, you know, a couple of my mates, whoever, myself.
I could recommend that.
Aye, 100%. If you're looking for a nice West Coast pale, that's your man. So I would definitely buy that again. A bit like yourself, I would love to. I think I would session it. I would look at the alcohol volume. For me, I probably wouldn't session it, but it's definitely, you know, buy 4 cans and maybe a couple of yeast. Definitely have a couple of cans of it. And I might even have 2 pints of it if it was on draft somewhere, but it wouldn't be a session for me at that strength. Scoring wise, I've kind of created a rod for my back because I gave the first one a strong score. I've been so consistent recently with my scoring, but I think that for me is just slightly better than the first one. So I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. Out of Vogue is what's in Vogue, mate? It's in Vogue.
I'm ringing a bell here. You need to get that bell on there,
I forgot about the bell, didn't I, man? We need to get that ring.
Bilko goes over 8, you know what I mean?
I know, man. I know. It's like I'm beginning in my old age, mate. Because obviously the camera, without having it, apparently you're getting younger. You're Benjamin Button, and I'm pensioner.
Well, in fairness, for anybody saying that, like, they might not have noticed, but like, I'm wearing the hearing aid tonight because my tinnitus has been playing up.
Oh, mate.
So anybody that thinks I'm young, cheers. I really appreciate it. Because I ain't young. Older than Bilko. Not by much right enough, but I'm telling you, I'm older than Bilko.
Aye, slightly, man. Aye, mate. Aye. So, listen, I'm going to give you a big cheers to that because that is is probably my favourite.
That's a contender.
That is a contender, isn't it? Cheers, big
cheers
man.
To the burning sky.
Cheers. So, we'll keep running, mate. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we had noticed there it was the 3rd birthday of Coleship at the weekend there. Yep. Sadly, well, I had the future father-in-law was down, so we were away doing a wee social distance and walk, and we went out for meals and stuff. So I didn't make it down, but I'm sure you'd agree. Let's wish Dom and Coleship a happy birthday.
Happy birthday! A great addition to the area. They've been really good. Dom's really supportive. Whole place, saw the bar staff, brilliant. As we've said before, great place to go drink. Great place to go source good beer in the local area.
Yeah.
And 3 years it's an achievement. As an achievement, because it's not the sort of area when they first moved in. It wasn't the area that would be appreciative of it, and they've done well to get back on track. We've all got to give them a bit of kudos for how they're running since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best run bars that I've been in for feeling safe in. Exceptional standards of care. Everybody's socially distanced, sanitised.
Yeah.
You wear face masks till you get your seat. Waiter service, waitress service. You know, can't fault them on their standards. And I wish them all the best in going forward because these businesses are going to struggle. They're going to struggle. I mean, we're back to me and you probably seen it coming.
Yeah,
with the announcements about in Glasgow at the moment, we can't sit in each other's houses by regulation. So Bilko and I seen this coming, and we decided we would try and do it remotely. So it's about adapting in this new normal, which I fucking hate. I hate that.
Yeah, I hate
new
that,
normal.
Man.
We'll get through this. We'll get through it. Just let's hope that we all get through it, and we don't, none of your families or anything else. And I mean this for anybody that's watching this. Just let's take care of yourself as best you can, and always remember that no shaking hands with people isn't an insult to them, even if they take it as an insult.
Yeah.
If people want to shake your hands, make sure you go and sanitise after it. You know, as soon as you do it, just do the basics. Keep a metre distance apart from people as much as you can, 2 metres if you can. And let's just all do the right thing, wear masks.
Yeah.
But let's also remember lots of people can't wear masks.
Mm-hmm.
And let's remember that there's loads of folk out there with breathing problems, that covering their nose and mouth does have problems for them. So let's not victimise people either for not doing it, and just assume that they've got the issues that means that they can't wear masks. Let's not be. putting each other against it. Just look out for yourself in the first instance, every single one is. If you look out for yourself, other people will look out for you.
And their end of the party political broadcast from the Brendan party.
Listen, that wasn't a party, that was a COVID related.
It was a Charlie Says, wasn't it? A public information service. That's what it was, a Charlie Says.
Listen, a wee bit of Charlie Says when he got angry sometimes, you know what I mean?
I remember that, man. What a band.
I know, that was Charlie Says.
What were they called? They were called Says.
Don't play with matches. That was my favourite. And do you know why? I'll tell you this wee story. I had a wee, my granddad used to smoke rollies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he done it with matches. He never bothered with clippers. He always loved a match. Mm-hmm. So he could pack his rollie. Mm-hmm. We always fought his Swan Vestas. With the big packs of Swan Vestas. No safety matches and the shows when I was growing up. So I used to be running about the fucking place, and he'd have just flung his matches down the flare. And one time I came out, like running about like a hyperactive Wayne, stood right on the box of Swan Vestas. The whole thing went up. No, like a genie. No, like, remember he, like a genie. He'd actually deliberately do it.
Aye.
Whole thing went up. Oh, I get the fright of my life. Thankfully he was there, well, sleeping. But at least he woke when he heard my shriek. I think I was about, I've qualified this as about 6 or 7 when I was doing this.
Yeah.
I get the fright of my life.
A genie, man. That's taking me. That's funny. But a genie. That was the smoke. You'd close the box there, wouldn't you? And the smoke would come everywhere, man.
Aye, no, but I've got one. I fired them.
Oh, that's class,
yeah.
man. I was just wanting to say as well, bud, sorry, just take it back to the goal ship, mate, if that's all right. Obviously, by the time this goes out, we'll have actually been in goal ship because we've got a wee table booked for Friday, 5 o'clock till 7 or whatever. So, get yourself down.
I'll just qualify it. It's 6:15 to 8:15, just so you don't turn up there and start spending my bar bill. You're going to be paid for. I don't want you get a starty.
mate, I'll be down there at 5:10, mate. I'll be there on an hour and a half before you go. But
I'm going to text Dom right now, tell him anything he gets is on his own till I get there.
He better have some of those. Listen, I don't know if you had a wee look, but he had all the beers out. In fact, he was doing, what is it? He's doing a trial. It's like you ship in, what is it, 20 quid each or something, and they're doing a taste.
I think he was doing a share a bottle, so it was like a case of everybody brings a bottle each. And then they do a share. So he gets all the glasses out, everybody shares the bottle that they've had stashed. So it's quite a regular wee thing. I think that was a wee special we was doing on the Saturday night. I actually managed to get away from work early on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately they were full. And so I couldn't make it down, so I had to slum it in the Queen's Park Cafe.
Did you? Did you know
6 pints of Guinness in 2 hours was perfect, but I'd won a bonus ball at work, so it was ideal. Exactly. Bonus ball at work, 60 quid your hand.
Yep, dancer.
An early flyer for work, can you beat it?
Dancer, mate.
I would have loved to have went down to the third birthday party, but I get blanked after.
Listen, I'm a YouTube sensation. I'm Brenny for Bilko and Brenny's pot. Do you know who I'm up?
Trust me, that would have worked anywhere.
They'll probably get you in anytime, but see you on Friday, Dom.
Aye, definitely, Dom. Although I've got to say, merch-wise for this, a lot of folk have been saying to me, especially my wee pal Jamie, he's been saying he wants a hoodie, saying, would you sesh it?
Listen, we'll get a wee, that's not a problem. What I do, we'll get in touch with, get his details, all right? Anything, what I will say is, will we be selling it, will we be giving it away? You never know. If he's liked and he's subscribed, we might even just produce it.
He's liked and subscribed.
Right, so I'll tell you.
We should start a range. Would you say it?
I think we should, man. I think we should, 100%.
The old college, that sort of college logo. I'm telling you, would you say it?
Like the UC, the UCLA.
The school, the Glasgow College, a baby. I mean, would you say it?
Mate, let's do it.
Perfect. Who these Jakeys a lot? What do you say?
100%, man. Listen, mate, that we're going to do that. And if we ever get around to having a website, we will flog these. All right, we'll flog them. And I'll tell you something. Right. You know yourself. We've discussed it. Cheers, mate. We won't be taking the proverbial if we do go down the merch. But if you're serious, you want one of them, we can do one. And listen, we need to get that registered, mate, before somebody else steals it. Fiona, Coots Graphics, get this registered.
Coots Graphics, get in there. Do it
So, beer number 3 tonight, another one obviously from Burning Sky, is Indecision Time. It's a Sabro stroke 692. Nice can again, isn't it, mate?
Lovely.
You like my ring light?
They get on the wall. They get on the wall, aye. They're getting on my fridge for definite.
Brilliant. This is good, mate. So this one is, I'm just going to scroll down here. It's Indecision Time. It's a modern pale ale. Oh, that changes from brew to brew to highlight individual new world hops. I'm going to have a word with this Dom character, by the way, man. Pale ale.
You love it.
I'm expecting this to be a nice colour. Well, it actually smells really good. Are you alright to pour this? I know you had a wee couple of issues last week when you were pouring into that big glass.
I never even watched last week's. What was the issues?
No, mate, don't. I'll tell you the bit not to watch, right? But no, mate, that's a good thing about this. You can just pick up. You can watch it whenever, can't you? Cheers.
Exactly. Cheers.
Lovely colour, that one, isn't it? It's good. It's crisp. I can definitely taste the Sabro. 692 is a new one on me, big man.
I'm not going to lie. Sabro was pretty new on me, I know.
I don't know about that one. It's definitely got that kind of pale ale-ness, dare I say it, for me. My palate is not... don't get me wrong, it's not an Imperial Port job here. It's not bad, but it's not for me as strong as the ones we've had tonight previously. I can just for me personally. The Sabro...
I'm really liking that, to be honest with you, Bilko.
I knew you'd
really liking that. Honestly, I think that's, to me, there's something about that that's just... It's done very easy. Very easy. The smells, there's no overpowering aromas. There's no... To me, that's just a beer. A beer that you would... A light beer that's totally disguised in the ABV. You would never know that's 5.6.
5.6.
Taste-wise, the previous two have got a lot more flavour, whatever else. But for me, that would be... Honestly, Indecision Time, maybe well named. Well named, you know what I mean? Indecision. I'm a wee bit more decisive about it than anything. I'm really enjoying that. I think that's, to me, would I say it?
You're going to say it.
I'm all over that for a session, man. That to me is something the initial, honestly, the initial just pour and taste, I was like, oh, this is more my style. Oh, I knew world hops.
I knew you would like that. I knew you'd like that.
A generic term for just, I mean, that to me is a sesh. That is, I'm rubbing my hands, man. I'm actually, I'm thinking of
a beer shop. You're going to be going on to a wee beer shop when we're finished and ordering 8 cans of that, aren't you?
You'll be shut. You'll be shut. What time is it? No, maybe no yet. Maybe 10 minutes left each time.
Aye. I'll tell you, mate, it's, again, listen, I'm not going to diss it because it is a good beer. I like it. You know, I don't dislike it. It's just my palate is obviously... Aye, it's like, it's your personal opinion. Do you know what I mean? mean, not everybody's going to like us. People are going to hate us. People are going to like us. You know, but it's not.
Subscribe and like it anyway. Subscribe and like it anyway.
Subscribe,
Even if
like,
you hate us, subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like, and then geese have us a pelters, man. We welcome the peltering. But no, mate, as you were saying, the Sabro. I remember. I mean, listen, I want to touch on this actually last week. Maybe we were discussing this off stream there. The Sabro last week, we possibly overscored that a wee bit because maybe the other beers weren't as good as, let's say, as we used to, and we were that happy to get a decent one. But the Sabro, listen, mate, it's for me, it's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't session that. Obviously, I'm not going to session that.
I'd happily session that, and I think indecision time is some. I mean, that's splitting the judges right in the middle here. I think that's fantastic. I think that's completely different to Out of Vogue, which I liked. I really liked. I mean, I told you how much of the West Coast style. I even said it was close to one of my favourite beers. And Indecision Time, I'm enjoying that. I'm really enjoying that. It's not overly flavoured with anything other than the basics of malt barley, malted wheat, oat malt, and New World hops. And to me, that's a completely sessionable beer that I would probably spend all night. If I was getting that on cask and I walked into Coolship or any other establishment that was out there that we had that on draft and I had one drink here, I'd probably drink that all night. Without a doubt, to be honest with you, I would. Just you know what I'm like. I mean, once I get something I like,
that's you.
And that's definitely one that I like.
Well, it's interesting. It is one of looking at the description there. It's interesting. It's one of their kind of evolution type beers, changing from brew to brew. And it's, mate, one thing I have noticed, the prices compared to some of the other brewers on here are a wee bit. I mean, £3.60. It's still steep. Let's not cut ourselves on. But compared to,
it's not £6 steep.
It's no, exactly. For a 5.6 beer, what I like about this is you see all these pictures on Instagram and all that, and it's like it's all perfectly well lit. See that beer? That holds its colour really, really well. That looks a fantastic beer, man. The way it looks, so that's a positive for me. Mate, I'm going to crack on with the scoring because obviously I want to get the bad news out of the way for Burning Sky before the good news is going to arrive probably here. So, indecision time for me. Would you buy that again? I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to buy it again. It's not my palate. Would I session it? No, wouldn't session it. Score wise, the thing is, I think as we're growing into this, big man, and you maybe agree, we're beginning to, you learn your own kind of palate, you learn your own taste and all that. And I hope they probably think, oh, he's going to get a shite score or whatever. I'm not. I think for what it is, it's an okay beer. It's an all right beer. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. And don't boo me, right? I'm giving it 6. Right?
I'm not.
6.5 out of 10, mate. So I'm looking forward to hearing your score here, mate.
Well, definitely, because honestly, that for me is a beer of the night. Really enjoying it. I think it's very, very sessionable. Would I buy it again? Without a doubt. I'm actually looking on their site here. It's only available in 440ml cans, which means it's not going to get kegged. It's not going to get available in draft, which I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed about because I would love to actually try my hand at getting through a half keg yet. I'm no going to diss anything about that because cans are cans. I'm loving that. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. That just came down lovely for me. And it's exactly what I'm looking for a beer. Wee bit of taste. Nothing too outrageous. No too floral. No too hoppy. Good kick. 5.6 to it. Just hitting the nail on the head for a beer for me. I mean, I'm really, really enjoying that. It's everything I want a beer. Score, well, would I session it? I would give it a bloody good go. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to give this an 8.75. Honestly, that's one of my favourite beers we've done. Yep. I know, and do you know it's ironic because it's indecision time. I think that's so aptly named. I think they know that you're either going to love it or hate it, and that's where the indecision comes. It's like, because the good thing is me and you know what we like and know what we don't like. Therefore, you don't sit there and just agree with me, and I don't sit here and agree with you.
Yeah.
We know what we like, we know what we don't like.
Yeah.
For me, there's a decision made on it, and I'm gone with it. And I'm gone in the positive.
Cheers, big man. Good scoring. So we'll just keep rolling. Mate, that is mate, one thing I will say there is, mate, that's, I keep saying that. But to add to what you're saying, just because I've scored it 6.5 out of 10, it does not mean if we were, you know, up at bloody the Thornbridge or wherever we are, or wherever we happen to be buying these beers, I would have that beer and I would gladly share that beer with 2 or 3 guys and be like that. You know, that's good. That's what it's all about. It's all about trying the different types.
Bilko, listen, I don't think you should ever feel guilty about scoring a beer.
Aye, being real.
You bought it.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not getting this beer for free. We're entitled. We're entitled to say what we think about it. We've bought the beer. We've got shown no disrespect to any of the brewers. We're always on point with making the point that it's our taste. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. You bought the beer. You put money in their pockets. You put money in the chain's pocket of how it's got to us.
Yeah.
So don't be worrying about it.
I know, mate. You're right. I can't wait to actually see the day that you decide to session that. Going to do me a favour, mate. Going to make sure you phone me at the end of that session, please.
Phone? You want me on the phone, man, when I'm session?
We just Zoom all the time, man. Aye, it's class. I'm trying to think what else we can be adding in here during this wee bit here, mate. Obviously the social media again, Instagram, we're getting it. We get followed today by a couple of guys called the Bevy Brothers from Canada. When I seen the Bevy Brothers, I thought, oh, this is going to be a couple of guys for Drumchapel or something like that, man. But there were a couple of guys for Canada, so I keep following, keep liking, and keep subscribing on the YouTube channel.
Canada, there's a good chance that they've probably got Scottish roots in them somewhere. The Bevy suggests the Bevy is quite a Scottish connotation on things. So no doubt they're from Scotland originally somewhere. The Bevy's actually quite a Glaswegian thing. I would say they're probably up for a drummer cast milk or something. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Can I get the word vernacular in here before you do?
I was about to say it. No. Have you Googled that yet? Have you been on Wikipedia for it?
Mate, I was, honestly, when we first started doing it, man, I was on the thesaurus. I was looking for words that could be described as citrus and all that, man. But we're evolving just the same way that indecision time is, isn't we? Aye, mate. It's a cracking name, but in it, the Bevy Brothers. I like that. It's just like us, mate. It's like us, isn't it? We're just like the Bevy.
And it's like, to one of a couple of good friends of mine who were following on Facebook now as well, the Jake Balls.
The Jake Appreciation.
It's a conglomerate. Jake Ball's appreciation page on Facebook. If you go into that, some great reviews of beers. They boys put the effort in. Paul and Davey constantly. They go under one page and just go under one name.
I'll get it right this week.
You're looking for beer reviews. Aye.
I'll get it right this week. I didn't realise. I thought it was. It's actually a person's. It's the name. It's like Ed Balls. It's like Jake space Balls. I just thought it was like Balls. Jake Balls. But it's class. Jake Balls. Is it Sergio and Weirdo?
Sergio and Davey Weir. Sergio Pierini and Davey Weir.
Sergio Pierini. Hardcore. You know the score.
Aye. So a big cheers to that, and listen, that's my beer right. This next porter will either make us or break us. Thankfully, it's not a big hitter. I like the fact that Burning Sky aren't going out. The ones we've selected anyway aren't going out to absolutely knock us out.
Yeah.
but they're doing a good job with what they're doing so far.
They are, man. I tell you, man, this has actually been, in terms of the social aspect, I think the Zoom thing really works, mate, and this has been the fact that we're just having a wee bit, this is what we'd be talking about down the pub.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So we'll just do another wee cheers, mate, all right?
So our fourth and final beer of the night is the Robust Porter from Burning Sky, and it's uses the finest Maris Otter barley and a complex range of roast and crystal malts, hopped with spicy Sussex-grown target hops. This is rich and satisfying beer. It's sure to fortify you. Well, let's, without much further ado,
5.8%. It's definitely going to fortify you. Cheers, big man. Now that is a porter, mate. That is a porter. That is the opposite of that Imperial Porter we tried last week for Basqueland, mate.
that was an Imperial Stout, was it no?
Was it an Imperial Stout? Ah, right.
There was a big debate. Well, not really a big debate. There's a difference. So that the porter should be fruitier. Even though I don't particularly think this one is giving it much. I've seen this one's giving you what last week's might have supposed to have.
I love that, man. I really like that. I was nervous, I'm not going to lie, mate. I was a wee bit scared, as you know, for that one last week, man. There was all, I mean, excuse me if you're watching this and you're having your dinner or whatever, but I had a wee dry boat, mate. You know what I mean? It was obvious in the video. But that is what I expect of I think the description of that just sums it up perfectly. It's a robust, you know, what is it, 5.8%. I'm immediately, as you say, I'm not getting, is it fruity? I'm just going to have a wee look at the description again here.
No, it's not giving it, it's not saying any fruits, it's saying hopped with spicy,
and it's
which I'm definitely getting. There's actually a cocoa coffee aroma to it.
Aye, brilliant.
That I would more associate with a stout, an Imperial Stout. Even like your Murphys and your Guinness and stuff have that kind of creaminess, whereas this is the spicy Sussex grown target hops seem to be the overwhelming. That's what I'm getting, but there is a cocoa-ness to it. There's that sort of chocolatey coffee.
I think the roast aspect of that is very important. It's almost a smokiness to that, which is giving it the whole roundedness. Mate, I really like this. Because mate, listen, we want to see when we drink a beer, you want to like it.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I really wanted to like this. I was nervous. I knew when I seen the colour of it there. I was nervous after a bad experience. Well, my bad experience, our bad experience last week. That is exactly. See when you pour that, you smell it, you taste it. That is giving you all of these things together for me, man. Really love it, man. Love that roasty, love that smokiness. As you say, what I like, these guys are obviously using all the hops for their local, well, their sauce and everything, obviously, but they're probably all grown it, for all you know. You don't know where they're growing it. You don't know.
I think a lot of it will be grown, but a lot of it will be imported. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but a lot will be imported, a lot will be grown locally. But that is, I agree with you, that's a fantastic porter. That is a fantastic porter. Pours lovely, keeps his head. Me wishy-washiness about it. It's got the wee spice to it with the cocoa. But the cocoa isn't coming strongly through it, but it's there as an undercurrent. it's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
It zings, you know, when I say zinger, that's not the right word. You taste
Smokiness and the roasting. The roasting and the smokiness, you're 100% on that. You're 100% on that. That's lovely.
Aye, and it's, as you say, there's the lingering, there's just a lingering all-round good taste in it, in my opinion.
Unfortunately, I've got a delivery coming in. You wouldn't believe this, but I've got a delivery.
Right.
Sorry, mate.
So, I'm just going to waffle here for a couple of minutes. What I will say is, obviously, after last week having that Imperial Stout from Baskerland, I was concerned when I seen Porter was on the menu, but that is a stunner. It's a perfectly rounded, all over. It's got the taste, the smell, the look. It's got everything, mate. That wasn't your beers for Bruce, was it?
No. That was my neighbour's Chinese getting delivered. I'm pure raging with the guy. I was like, what? That's the right buzzer.
You should have taken it, man.
She's already collected it, else I would have. I'm horrified about fucking scudding.
So, big man, I think it's you first on this one.
Well, that is a sensational beer. Absolutely sensational beer. The more I'm drinking it, the more I'm liking it. Absolute calmer of the nerves of instances of stress that can happen in life. So I'm going for, would I buy it again? That's 100%. That's an absolutely cracking porter. Absolutely cracking beer. Recommended. I'd recommend everybody to try it. Would I sesh it? Coming into the winter months, Bilko. Coming into the winter months, autumnal.
For a bit of heat.
I'll be going more porter stout. So I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Obviously responsibly, folks. Obviously responsibly. And my score on that is going to be very close because I've absolutely forgot what I gave to the one that I really liked.
8.75. You give it an 8.75.
See, that's an easy one then. So it's an 8.5. 8.5 for the porter. The robust porter from Birmingham Sky is an 8.5.
Good score, man. Lovely score.
8.5.
Lovely score.
Thanks for keeping me right with the scores.
Not a problem.
Because obviously that wee bit of stress I had with the delivery driver that wasn't for me. It's just got the heart rate up, equilibrium up.
Right, man. Mate, you've got quite a robust opinion on these delivery bits, don't we all, man? It's like you get your good ones, you get your bad ones, and you get your absolute ball bags that press every bloody buzzer.
That's exactly what happened there. That's exactly what happened there, Bilko.
So, mate, would I buy that again? 100% buy that again. That would be one of the biggest buy agains I would give that we've ever done on this one. If you want to get an introduction to a porter, which I'm not going to lie, I've had porters before, but I've just not known they were porters, Brenny, if that makes sense. But now I know that that's a porter. Love it. That's a yes, buy again. Would I session it? Big man. I told you it would have to take something really, really good for me to session again at 5.8%. I'd fucking session that, man. Right? The score-wise, an easy decision for me. Absolutely easy decision for me tonight. That is getting a 9 out of 10 from Bilko.
Ring that bell, Bilko. Ring that bell, man. I love that. I love that.
That is getting a 9 out of 10. That has basically done the opposite, mate, of what I thought it was going to do. And I'm really, really happy. Really, really happy. Obviously, we went down and we had a few choices of the breweries, didn't we? Really, really happy with that.
Good.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bro.
So it comes to that time of the night, mate. Listen, I mean, obviously, there's not going to be any arguments because I think we'll agree tonight that it's been, I mean, the Pale Ale, I wasn't a big fan. You weren't a huge fan of the Saisonetti. The indecision time's your beer of the week, mate. And everybody knows watching this already the robust porter is my beer of the week. So honestly, check out Burning Sky if you clearly
check out Burning Sky. Great brewers,
stunning.
Really enjoyable beers. Looking forward to trying more. Looking forward to reviewing more. Spot on, absolutely spot on. Straight out of Sussex.
Straight out of Sussex, a motherfucking name, Burning Sky. I'll tell you something, man. It takes a special brewery for us to actually disagree and still be absolutely delighted with the outcome.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing. That is a great beer. That porter. Aye. That porter. I mean, look what I've got left.
Mate, it's stunning. And what I will say, mate, as well, I can actually find it. I've not got my Indecision can, but the Indecision is a great beer as well, as was it says on Etty. And obviously you're a big fan of the Out of Vogue as well. So aye, stunning brewery. I'm actually kind of glad that we've got their name on these glasses, because
it's a wee. That's a wee text of mine, see them.